This is the second video about GTA and about what we can expect to see when the game launches. For the first video I left a link in the description and I won't mention the same details here, so for more info please check that video out also. I wanna focus here on details that we've missed during the trailer and on what we will see from the game next. In Miami, we have the soccer team Inter Miami. Here at the moment plays Lionel Messi, who arrived in the summer of 2023. Luis Suarez also plays for Inter Miami at the moment, a contract he signed in late 2023. These three players played for Barcelona and made history for the club. Next to these, we also have Jordi Alba, who played for more than 10 years for FC Barcelona. Inter Miami's president is David Beckham. He is also one of the owners of the club. What does this matter? Well, since soccer is the most loved and known sport on the planet, it would make sense to capitalize on this and have some of these famous figures in the game as well. If not by their real name, we could see a reference or something similar, some similar soccer players. This can happen during missions, side quests, or straight up meeting them during parties, events, on the streets or in the bars. Since many people outside the US will be playing GTA 6, it makes sense to add details which will stir up people's involvement and curiosity with the game. There are many details the game could bring. People are wanting to see realistic NPC drivers. Would be great to see more NPC driving recklessly on their phones, crashing into other cars, near misses, speeding, road rages, etc. Cheats were a big part of the former GTA games. For the next one, the fans are thinking about a zombie NPC cheat, in which you have to survive hordes of zombies coming after you. The Arm Every Citizen and Riot Mode cheat were also requested by fans. They would like to see NPCs going after each other in a doomsday apocalyptic ending of the world. The list can go on and on about the fan requests and possible features for GTA 6. Some of them that seem plausible are the demolition physics. Most likely you won't be able to take down a skyscraper, but there could be some parts of houses that you could destroy, maybe in order to break in and steal some stuff. In older games you won't be able to see children, and this is what we will be expecting from GTA 6 as well. To buy fuel and refuel cars is something the game might bring, since it adds to the realism. It would be interesting to legally enter a military base also. We might see a heist where you are a janitor in a bank or somewhere and you have to go up and do an inside job. Changing your names for a mission or side quest is something the fans are also requesting. The possibility to work any legal job and make legal money, not just taxi stuff and races, is an activity that will keep the players engaged and the one that many would like to see added. Seeing the return of a fireman job would be nice, as would be also to work in a fast food or as a police officer. Since the beach takes up a large chunk of the map, it would be nice to be a lifeguard and earn money each time you save someone. Being a paramedic would be interesting in a game where there are a lot of illegal and dangerous activities taking place. Gambling, buying properties like clubs, golf courses, and other businesses will most likely be available in the game. Being able to cook would again bring some realism to the game. People would also like to see accurate injury visuals, like when you get hit with a nightstick, maybe you can see a bruise for that. We know NPCs will be able to react with diverse mixtures of gestures. A massive amount of NPCs' behavior is not out of the question. We might see that kind of stuff, nonchalant, rude, and many more interactions with them. Some might react also based on the previous interaction that you had with them. The voice assistant for GPS is something present in nowadays, and it could also be something brought to GTA 6. This is a request fans are asking about, and to be honest, it's something that would make the game much more closer to real life. Having real car names in the game would not make the universe a true GTA game, so it would most likely stick with the names we know so far. The max wanted level in the game will be 5 or 6 stars. Since GTA Vice City and the other ones had 6 stars, the only one having 5 star was GTA 5, we can expect to see a 6 star wanted level in the new GTA game. This is also what the fans are suggesting. The leaks we've seen so far have only 5 stars, so this aspect isn't yet clear. The game might bring different sets of missions for each protagonist. Some will be available only if you play with the right character. There will of course be common missions just like we saw in the trailer. For some missions it would be interesting to have a split screen like in the game A Way Out and try to escape prison for example. Similar to an honor system that we got in Red Dead Redemption 2, there could be a trust system between Jason and Lucia in the game. Thus, it could still be possible to sleep with hookers, but as a result you would lose some trust. Also, like in Red Dead Redemption 2, you can gain or lose trust with how you handle missions. Based on the trust level, the ending could vary as well. What do you think about this? Would it be interesting for the story development? Leave your comments down below. Either a trust system or something like a relationship meter is something that could be added in the game, having various relationships statuses based on the level you reach together. It would be interesting to see through bullet holes and to have a light shine through them. Since there is a lot of wilderness in the game, people are thinking about the camping from Red Dead Redemption 2. Having a camping RV gameplay mechanics is something the fans are asking about. We aren't sure if Rockstar has this on their list, but it sure fits in with what was possible in Red Dead Redemption 2. Many speculations can be made from the first trailer. In the Striptease Club, we see Make It Rain Mondays, which makes us think the days of the week will be implemented in the game. It could be possible to pop balloons, collect the money underground maybe, and to see sparkles and bottles being dropped in Panic. In the club, you will be able to spend huge amounts of money, but maybe also steal a lot of the cash. Since the game might implement an eating feature, food trucks will play an important role. Of course, some will want to buy one as a business, or work for one, or simply have it more dynamic and more alive with people interacting next to it and engaging in conversation with you. This is another feature that the fans are discussing about, the possibility to interact with food trucks as well as hotels having receptions and restaurants selling food. The game might have dirty money and clean money. The first one comes from drugs, heists and so on, and needs first to be washed before you put it into a bank. Also, the dirty money could be used to buy illegal items, and the ones in your bank account can be used to purchase stuff on websites or in stores. It would be interesting to have cash and bank money available to use depending on the situation. If someone steals from you, then you would lose all your cash money. Some missions might reward you with one or the other, dirty or clean money, depending on the type of mission. One mission idea from the fans is to go in an amusement park and enjoy it with your friends, similar to what we've seen in Spider-Man 2 with the A Second Chance quest, in which you explore the park. In GTA it could as well be a Disneyland GTA version. Many think this type of mission is a sure possibility. Since real-life people were introduced in previous GTA games, we could see even more. We know about Cat Williams, Dr. Dre in GTA 5. GTA 6 can bring surprises for fans regarding other characters. This also means the soccer players I mentioned earlier, they could be included in some small parts of the game, or they could be seen around town. There are plenty of ideas regarding the keys. Fans are thinking about sunken ships, weapons, mythical sea monsters. There is a possibility to have near the keys also the Bermuda Triangle as I mentioned in the previous video, while the most realistic idea is that of sunken crates of cocaine which you can get with the right scuba diving gear. This operation can also be done with a submarine, and we can think this item can be one for sale in the game which you will use to collect various chests in the sea. There are a lot of questions for the online part of GTA 6 also. People are asking for PvE separate from the PvP. Some people just want to play without competition. GTA Online will most likely stop getting updates, and after a few years it will be shut down. The main focus will be after that on GTA Online 2.0 for the new GTA 6 game. We can expect property ownership and management potentially mixed with the RDO's role system and career progression. We are expecting things like dealer, guns runner, carjacker, etc. A necessarily simple lesson to take from RDO is hiding players' blip on the map unless nearby. The average players for GTA Online is 100,000 players each month. In comparison, GTA 5 sold 195 million units, so it's safe to say that the online experience is not the main focus for the game. The game's story and activities on the map will be the ones that shine in GTA 6. There are people that don't want to see unrealistic flying vehicles, no hyperinflated unrealistic prices on everything. Other things people hate are infinitely respawning enemies. Heist setups and people living is another problem everyone was experiencing in GTA Online. Many were asking for NPCs to be implemented to take place for heists that require 4 people. Short delays for messaging in the lobby is something that people want fixed also. Many say that after a while there is no need to keep grinding the game for worthy stuff. Others also noted that buying certain businesses for certain heists is something they hate. People would like a central location to start up the heists from. Regarding the radio, we can expect the new game to be inspired by the Vice City one. Some of the radio stations like Flash or Emotion 98.3 might be kept as well. In GTA 5 we have the situation of WCTR, West Coast Talk Radio station, which is the same from GTA San Andreas. This makes us think some of the older radio stations will be featured in the new game also. Fernando from Emotion is one person people expect to see back. Given the climate of society nowadays, it remains to be seen if a sexist male, macho Spanish guy can be heard at the radio saying all those things he said in the previous games.
And so everybody is menstruating at the same time.
Since we had Phil Collins in Vice City, people are expecting to see him back in the new game as well, but most likely one of the famous singers in the game will be a rapper, since the action takes place nowadays. Morale at Rockstar has taken a hit because of a new policy that will require employees to work from the office 5 days a week starting on April 15th. Previously, staff had followed the hybrid schedule that had become common among many office jobs in the wake of the pandemic. The change in policy came after a string of security breaches, including a massive 2022 dump of early footage from Grand Theft Auto 5 and the leak of the trailer just hours before it was scheduled to go live. The move was made for project security and team productivity, as Rockstar executive Jennifer Colby wrote. The video game website Kotaku reported that Rockstar's leadership had also enacted the policy because development was falling behind and they were nervous and worried about the game missing the 2025 window and slipping into 2026. So far, thousands of people are working on the game, weather physics are being polished, actor recordings are still ongoing, bugs are already being fixed, jobs are all intertwined and depend on one another, and a single bottleneck, such as a level layout taking longer than anticipated or script pages arriving late, can have cascading effects across every discipline, snowballing over time. There were some leaks that suggest GTA 6 is in late development where bugs are being addressed. Thunderstorms are being mentioned, so we know we will have them in the game. There is also a J&L 40 hours mentioned there, which means Jason and Lucia 40 hours. It would be the main story, but some are thinking the entire discussion was revolving around the bugs rather than the story. Cape Canaveral and NASA are iconic and heavily associated with Florida. It is hard for Rockstar to not mention them at least. The location is about 300 kilometers away from Miami and it might not be included in the map, but distances of course can be shortened in games. To keep in line with GTA's satirical approach to real-life situations and locations, there might be as well a fake moon around the area, one which will be used to shoot the videos in. The space station can be called SERA, which is Space Exploration Research Agency. Instead of a flight school, fans are thinking about an astronaut training school as a possibility in the game. So far, it's just speculations. Weather has been discussed a lot. We know weather will change and that it will influence NPCs' reactions and mood. Tornadoes will most likely be introduced in the game. Floods are also possible as a result of hurricanes. At 106 in the trailer, the Weasel News Chiron says, Leonida man sucked up in water sprout demands the city buy him a new suit. So water sprouts, which are essentially just water tornadoes, will be present in the game. The in-game tornadoes should at least be able to destroy cars and small structures. Fans are asking for more fluid movements as opposed to the ones from GTA 5, with vaulting, climbing, jumping being repetitive and stiff. Something closer to Assassin's Creed would make the game feel more realistic, but we shouldn't expect all those crazy jumps from Assassin's Creed. More variety when it comes to movement should be enough. Hope this video worked well for you. Thank you very much for watching the entire video. Don't hesitate to like the video and subscribe, and I wish you all the best. Goodbye.